You should be able to get this off without removing the hard drive cover. Sometimes you need a flathead screwdriver on this side just to facilitate removing this. You can leave the hard drive in. Need to remove this screw here, not the outside screw, the next one inside. This allows the power supply on the other side to be able to come out. Take that screw off, turn the console over. You can now remove this cover, take it off. We now need to remove all these screws to get at the fan here. So we're going to start with the power supply screws first. Going to remove the antenna screw as well. They probably don't need some removing really. These two here, Torx T8. This will now allow you to get your finger underneath the power supply, and now because we release the screw underneath, you should be able to lift it out. You don't need to take it out any more than that really. Okay, that will do for now. If you wanted to, you could remove this cover. Sometimes it gets in the way, so I'm just going to remove that. We now need to remove all these screws here. This one in the middle is a Torx T8. All the rest are crosshead screws. Some PS4 Slim models that you see won't have screws on here. Some models, instead of screws, have got little black moulded plastic bits. And if that is the case, what you need to do is get a flathead screwdriver and get it underneath all the little plastic bits, and you need to flick them off. It's a little bit of a pain to do, but you need to go across them all, flick them off. Sometimes they're hard to get off, and if they are difficult to get off, get your flathead screwdriver and wedge it underneath all the way around, and you've got to keep flicking up all the way around until basically you're breaking the plastic bits off. But with some PS4 Slim models, that's just what you've got to do, unfortunately. But if you're lucky, you've got the screws. So that's all the screws removed. Now we've got this power supply out slightly, we can now remove this fan cover here. So take the fan cover out, and that now reveals the Blu-ray mechanical cover here. So if you've got a drive problem, see one of my other videos to troubleshoot this. But otherwise, if your console is overheating, getting hot, or switching off, it's not so common with the PlayStation 4 Slim as the other models. But if you do get it, it's easy to sort out. What you're looking at is cleaning the fan, cleaning the heatsink. These fins here need to be completely clean. Okay, this model, as you can see, is not too dirty at all, but sometimes you'll open this up and you'll see a massive wedge of dust just sitting in front of this fan, and that's why it's overheating. So I'm going to get a vacuum and I'm just going to quickly clean it up. If that doesn't do it completely, get a brush and take it outside and give this a really good clean here, and get inside these fins here and give that a good clean as well. But this is good enough. Okay, so once that's done, we can then put the console back together again. When you're putting the cover on, make sure this metal piece here is in place. That's easy to lose. It's not the end of the world if you do lose it, but it's nice to have it in place. The cover slots underneath here. It hooks onto these little plastic bobbles at the side over here. That will tell you that it's in the right place. Oopsie daisy. That's the one. Okay, then you can push the power supply into place. Just going to put this back on for now. put the screws back in. So we're now going around all the screws, putting them all back into place. If you don't want to, you don't need to watch the rest of this video. Basically what you're doing is putting all the screws back in, you're putting the black plastic cover on. Don't forget to put the screw in on the other side for the power supply, and then you can put the console back together again, and you're done. Top cover back on, clicks into place, turn it over, little screw back in for the power supply, bottom cover, back on, Torx screw, back in.